Hello my dear students, how are you all? Hope all of you are well by God's grace. This is me, Sushmita Chakraborty from Sector 13. Welcome you all to our today's online class of Milestone School and College. And today I am going to conduct a English class. I hope all of you are trying to maintain all the hygiene rules. As you know that during this pandemic situation, we are in a very adverse situation. The whole country is facing so many troubles. Okay, as well as the thing is that we see the situation is not being favorable, or we are not still in the comfortable zone, though we had thought that it would be sooner, it would be a very good situation, but the thing is not happening the way we thought. Now see, the thing is that as we are going through this situation, we are also trying to maintain our lifestyle, our all household chores and all the tasks being in this situation, because as we are living our life, so we need to adjust with this time. Okay, so whatever the situation is, we will have to complete our everyday task so that we will not lag behind. Okay, so I hope all of you are also completing your task, everyday task, and you are also trying to move further. Rather than being panicked, we should always be what? We should always be careful. We should always think how we can live safely, or how we can make our surrounding a safe one. Okay, so just try to maintain this. And another thing is that every time pray for all of your family members as well as your country people and as well as the world people, so that we can come out from this situation as soon as possible. Whatever, now this is the time, this is the high time we started our work. Okay, so let's go for this. Did you watch last day's video class? Yes, I hope all of you have already watched the class, where you have got to know about some of the rules of right form of verbs, and that was from rule number 11 to 20 of your Navodut grammar book, isn't it? Yes. So I think if I would ask you some questions from there, you would not feel any kind of problem there. So let me check. Let's start. Okay, the first question is here for you. The wages of sin dash death. So which to be verb will be here? If I want to make it, or if I want to maintain present tense, then what will be here? Which to be verb here? EM is, or then was, where, has, have, has been, have been. What will be here? Tell me. Yes, it will be what? It will be is. Okay, so it will be is. Now let's go for the next. 1/3 of the work dash finished. Yes, tell me which to be verb will be here? Is or was, because work is uncountable. We can't now count it here. Okay, now the next one for you, that is question number 3. 2/3 of the mangoes dash rotten. So what it will be? Yes, it will be are rotten or were rotten. Okay, so if you want to put any kind of to be verb, it will be what? It will be are rotten or were rotten. Okay, now let's go for the next one. Yes, tell me. Not only Mira but also her friends dash come now. Now, so what it will be? Yes, it will be are coming now, because her friends, not friend. Okay, we will go for the last one. See, the last portion of the subject is what? Her friends. Okay, so we will have to count the last one. So last one, the last question is here for you. 5 miles dash not a long distance. Yes, it will be are. No, it will be is. We know that whenever it will be about any number, we'll have to put what? We'll have to put the singular one. Okay, so the singular verb will be there. So I hope as you can answer me all these question answers properly, you don't have any problem in this lesson. And those who are facing problem still now, please try to solve the problems talking with your what? With your subject teacher. I hope she or he will help you. Okay, so let's go for our today's topic. But I would like to ask you something about before going to our today's lesson. Have you ever seen any old home where the old people lives, or that means while their family members are sending them to live there, they are staying or they are living there? Have you seen anything like that? Okay, you may see or you did and you may not see. Okay, so the thing is that sometimes we see that old people are sent by their family members, or while they don't have any people, they are sent to the old age home. Today we will get to know about some of this thing. Okay, that and also another thing, how does boat sail on the river? What kind of view can be created by this after the rain? We can also get to know about making snacks in a very easy way. Okay, so I think you are going to enjoy this class. So yes, you are going to know so many things together in this class. So let's go for it, and please give your full concentration throughout the class. Okay, let's go.
Okay, my dear students, see, you can see the picture here. At first one, we can see that some old women are walking, some are sitting on the chair. And from this picture, we can understand that this is a place where the old people are staying or living. Okay, and from the next picture, we can see that it is about a old age home where the old people are used to live. Okay, so we can understand what will be our today's topic, isn't it? Yes, this is about old home. Okay, so where the shelterless old women or man are staying, or while they are sent from their family members, and while they are not allowed to be allowed to stay with their family members, that time they are sent to these kinds of home. Okay, now then whenever there are also some other reasons why they are sent to this kind of old age home. Now see, today we are going to read from our English for Today book, and that is lesson 17. So all of you please open your book, lesson 17. And what is the topic here? And old people's home. After completing this lesson, you will be able to read and understand the text. You can ask and answer the questions, and you can write some short paragraphs relating the topic. Now see, read the text below. You will have to read it. You will have to go through all the meaningful words, as well as you will have to read it attentively so that you can write down the question answers, and you can do the fill in the blanks which will be there in your exam paper, okay, during exam time or even in the class time. So see here, Moriam is a student of class 6 in a government school in Rajshahi. Her mother works in an office and her father is a businessman. Moriam is very fond of her aunt, her father's sister, Suraya Begum, who lives in another part of the same town. On Fridays, she often goes to her aunt's place and spends time with her. So what is the thing that Moriam is a student of class 6? Her father and mother both are working person, and she has an aunt, that is her father's sister, who lives in another part of the same time, and she is very much loving to her, to Moriam, and that's why on Friday Moriam used to go there to spend some time with her. Now see, Surya Begum is a retired school teacher. Retired means that she is no longer working in the school, okay, because of her age or something other, some other reason. She has got the what that she is not with the school anymore. We know that after there is a time limit how long one person can work. Okay, so after that he or she will be retired, and they cannot be worked in the government uh, institutions also. Now see, that means retirement. Now see, she is a widow and lives alone. Widow means the one who has lost her husband. Okay, and that's why she lives alone. Her husband died 3 years ago, and her two daughters are married and live with their families abroad. So what do we see? That her husband is no more there, and her two sisters are also living abroad after getting married off. Okay, and see, they talk to her over telephone and come to visit her whenever they get time. So her daughters sometimes contact with her over telephone, as well as they sometimes visit whenever they get time. Okay, now go for the next. Suraya Begum has a lot of free time. She spends her time in reading books, watching TV, visiting friends and relatives. Sometimes she writes letters to her old colleagues. So what is the thing here? That is, Suraya Begum is a retired person. She is not engaged with any kind of institution now, and she has a good number of time, and that's why she spend her time with different kinds of work like reading books, watching TV, gossiping with friends and other colleagues. Colleagues means the people though with whom she used to work before in the same institution. Now see, but but nowadays she often gets bored. She doesn't feel anything good there, gets bored of doing all these works. Okay, she wants to do something more meaningful, more beneficial, more with something with meaning. Okay, something that would do good to others, something which will be helpful for others, which will be good for others. She is planning to establish an old people's home in her locality. So what is the thing? She is planning to establish, to make an old people's home in her locality. She knows some elderly people live all alone. They have no one to take care of them. They often feel helpless and miserable. They need care and support. So what is the thing? As she got as she gets bored of doing the same things, she thought doing something good for other people, and she uh, has made a plan to make one old people's home in her own area. Okay, and whereas she knows some of the old people, those who live alone, those who don't have anyone to take care, and those who feel what helpless, that they don't have anyone to help during their bad times, and they need care and support also, help also. So see here, as a part of her plan, Suraya Begum starts to visit families, to visit different families. Okay, she talks to a number of people. She tries to find out the problems of elderly people in their families. So what is the thing? She used to go to visit the families, and she used to get to know about all the problems of those elderly people in their families. She understands that old people are lonely and often they become sick. They have nobody to look after them. On Fridays, she often takes Moriam with her on these visits. Moriam has already become very much friendly with some of the old men and women. So, what is the thing? Moriam also goes there with her aunt to visit these families, and she becomes what? Got friendly very much. She has got a good environment, friendly environment there with this with this old man and women. Okay, she has got become very much familiar with them. They all love Moriam very much. She tells them about her school and friends, her studies, her family, and they often tell her funny stories. That is something interesting. Fairy tales, the stories related to fairy, angels and ghost stories. Okay, something horrible, some they also share these kinds of stories to her, and that's why they also have a good environment. They talk with each other, they feel good and friendly things. Now say there are some words given for you that you will write in your copy and fill in the blanks also. Now say government, that is ruler of nation or the governing body. Then antonym is private or non-government. Then fond means what? Loving or affectionate. And the antonym, that is opposite meaning, is hate. Funny, that is something amazing, interesting. And the opposite meaning, that is antonym, is dull. Support, that is help, aid. And the antonym is unhelpful. Okay, not cooperative. Miserable, that is distress, pitiful situation, very much sad, very much bad situation. Okay, and the antonym is happy. Now see the fill in the blanks here. Moriam is a student of class 6 in a which school? Yes, government school in Rajshahi. Her mother works in an office and her father is a businessman. Moriam is very fond of her aunt. Her father's sister, Surya Begum, who lives in another part of the same town. On Fridays, she often goes to her aunt's place and spends time with her. Now let's go for the question answer. What class is Moriam in? Moriam is a student of class 6 in a government school in Rajshahi. You can write also Moriam is in class 6 in a government school in Rajshahi. Okay, both will be correct here. What does her father and mother do? Her mother works in an office and her father is a businessman. Okay, so you can write her father works as a businessman. You can write this one also. Now see, who is Moriam fond of? Moriam is very fond of her aunt, her father's sister Suraya Begum. But nowadays she often gets bored of doing all these things. Who gets bored and why? That is our Aunt Moriam's aunt Suraya Begum gets bored. She is a widow and lives alone. Her children lives abroad and keep contact over telephone. Surya Begum spends her time in reading books, watching TV, and gossiping with friends. But by all these things, she gets bored. Okay, because all these are the same things, and she doesn't feel anything good here or meaningful. That's why she feels bored. You can write in your own language also, no problem. Now let's go for the next lesson. That is lesson number 8. You can see that boats are sailing on the rivers, isn't it? Some clouds are also can be seen. Now see, boats sail on the rivers. You will have to recognize the words, sounds, and you will have to make the intonation. You will have to make the sounds according to the sentence. Okay, so let's go. Let it recite. Now see, boats sail on the rivers. Boats sail on the rivers and ships sail on the seas. But clouds that sail across the sky are prettier far than these. So what is the thing? That boats are sailing on the river, ships are also sailing on the seas, but the clouds which are going through or across the sky, they are prettier far than this. Okay, these are, now see, there are bridges on the rivers. What is the thing? There are some bridges. Some you can see some of the sides are on the rivers. There are what? Bridges. As pretty as you please. So see, as you can see that these are there are bridges on the rivers as pretty as you please. But the bow that bridges heaven and overtops the trees and builds a road from earth to sky is prettier far than this. So what is the thing here? We can see that there are bridges on the rivers and as pretty as you please. But so let's get to know about the meaning, as I have already. Okay, my dear students, you have already gone through this one, but now I am telling you the literal meaning, what actually the poet wanted to make you understand. Actually the poet is telling about or talking about the 7 colors that we see in the sky after rain. Okay, here the beautiful creation of nature has been told, that we see that boats are going on the rivers or sailing on the rivers, ships are also sailing on the rivers, and we can see the clouds are going across the sky, which are what, and nothing can be more beautiful than this. Okay, these are the prettier for than this. Now see, and there are some bridges. So there are some bridges on the rivers, and you can make them as you can make it beautiful as you want. Okay, and these are actually what? These are the bow that bridges that the we can see the rainbow. Okay, it is about the rainbow, but the bow that bridges heaven. So see here, the bow that we see here, we know that after the rain there is a bow we created by the different colors, which is known as the rainbow. It is told about the thing that which is gone over the or above the trees. Okay, and also builds a road from earth to sky. So this rainbow also what makes a connection with the earth and also to the sky. And what can be more beautiful than this? So it is about the all natural beauty which has been told in this what in this poem. Okay, so all the things how the nature creates a very beautiful scenario during after the rain through the rainbow. Okay, and how there is a connection between the earth and the sky. So this is the thing about this poem, that is boats sail on the rivers. So let's go for the other things which are here. Now see the vocabulary, that is the meaning here, the words here. Sail, that is shipping. Okay, across, that is crossways, not along the side, not along the road. Face, that is satisfy. Heaven, that is paradise. Cloud, that is rain or shower. Pretty, that is fantastic. Bow, bending something. Overtops, that is overcome. Okay, now see here you will have to learn also the fill in the blanks. You will also have to write down this. Here the poet is talking about the 7 colors that we see in the sky during rain or after rain. You can write after rain. Okay, here the beautiful scenery of nature has been compounded to the bridge that people make in the what that people make in this world. People make bridges to connect people from two sides of the river. Okay, to what? To both sides of the river. Now see another lesson, and what it is about. Are you listening? Okay, so let's see what is here. See here, what is the thing? The magic E. So first of all, see, read the following poem and see how the later it changes the vowel sound in a word. We know that E is a vowel sound, and according to place, it changes the sound. Okay, it changes the meaning, it changes the sound also. So all of you just go through this. The magic E. Let's see what does it happen. What does it do? Now see, in my long can, I have a plan. So there is it is a long can where we can keep something. Can is a thing where we can keep something. So in my long can, I have a plan. So where there is a thought, there is a plan, there is a what decision, something like that. For making new word out of old. So in my can, I have a plan to make something what out of old. We can make some new word from the before one. To make cane. So from can we can make cane. To make plant plane, add e. So for making cane to can, we can only use e. Using e, we can turn the word can into cane. Plan into plane. Okay, and see new words unfold. So we can make so many other words which are not made before. Now see, my magic E is like a key. So what it is? It is a magic one. It is a magic key, but which is like a key. It turns the vowel sound of a word. It turns the vowel sound. We know there are 5 vowels in vowels letters in our alphabet, that is A, E, I, O, U, and we can see that the vowel sound can be turned, okay, at times. Each time you see a final E, so the final E, if I see that the word in C. You see two E are together, two vowels are together, and it makes only E. C. Okay. What? A long one. You know, a diphthong. While we will get a single sound by two vowels, that is known as what? That is known as diphthong. Okay. Two vowel sounds together is known as a diphthong. You know, a diphthong or two vowel sounds together, that is called what? Diphthong, that I have just told. You are likely to hear. So if we use two vowel sounds together, sometimes they make the same sound, and that is called, and while they make the same vowel sounds, that is called diphthong. Okay, so by this magic key we can change the words, adding this E with some other words. We can also get the diphthong. Okay, that is, now see, word meanings are here. Diphthong means what? A sound of two vowels together. Okay, a sound of two vowels. Turn means rotation. Unfold means unlock. Plan means schedule together simultaneously. Okay, with unity, one by one, all together. Okay, now see, my magic E is like a key. We can turn can into cane and plan into plane, adding E. This letter also what? Turns the vowel sound of a word. Even the sound made by the word C is a diphthong. Okay. Now see the another lesson. That what it is. Yes, see, make your snacks. See, snack is here. I feel you feel very good having this thing, isn't it? Okay, so see here what it is. Mrs. Nilfar Ahmed is teaching her son Adib how to make easy snacks at home. She is reading a set of instructions from what? From a recipe book where there are so many recipes are there. So some food, how the food items can be made. Okay, that is a recipe book. First, look at the pictures of the things you will need to make an egg sandwich. So what are the things? You need to look at the pictures. See, there are some pictures over here, and then what will you do? Match them with their names in the list of ingredients below. Then you will have to understand which things are needed. Here is a list of ingredients. From here you will have to take this. Now see here, two pieces of bread. Yes, we can get some bread over here. That is number D. Cucumber. We can get cucumber also. 2 or 3 size for making the sandwich. Then tomato. We can see the picture of tomato also. Then butter or mayonnaise. Yes, it is here, butter or mayonnaise, which is also needed for making the sandwich. Then egg, boiled or fried, whatever it is. Lettuce. Okay, see, a lettuce is here. Then 1 slice of cheese. Cheese is also kept here. Okay, so bread are here, cheese is also here, then butter is also here. So some we can get some of the pictures here. And now see what we will have to do here. We'll have to what? Make and eat at our home, isn't it? No, some other works are also left. See how to make. First take 2 slices of bread, then spread the butter thinly on one side of each slice. Okay, so see, you can learn how to make sandwich yourself. Then put a slice of cheese on the buttered side of the bread. Then what will you have to do? You will have to keep 1 slice of cheese then on the buttered side of the bread where you have applied butter already. After that, put an egg on the top of the cheese. It can be a fried one, it can be a boiled one. Okay, now see, next arrange slices of cucumber and 1 tomato on the egg. Okay, so you just keep some slices of cucumber, tomato on the egg, and then place the other slice of the bread on top, and then you have to keep it again on the bread, on the top of the bread. Your sandwich is ready now. Okay, if you want, you can cut the sandwich into 2 halves and serve. So you can keep the bread as it is. You can cut it into two part also. Now see, there are some word meaning that you need to know. That is, careful means cautions, fry means roast, arrange, garnish, keeping the things organized, sharp, acute, choose, like, remember, that is keep in mind, variety, difference, serve, distribute. Now see, Samyapal is teaching her son Shan how to what? Yes, how to make easy snacks at home. She is reading a set of instructions. That is number B is instructions. Yes, from a recipe book. First, look at the what? Look at the pictures of the things you will need to make a chicken sandwich and list them and match them with their names in the list. So the way you have got the question or the text in the lesson, now the fill in the blanks you will have to complete following that. Now see, you can write down this question answer. I think you don't need help. Okay, again still I am telling you the answer. What is Mrs. Nilufar teaching to her son? Yes, Mrs. Nilufar is teaching to her son how to make easy snacks at home or how to make sandwich. Now you can write this way. What is she reading? She is reading a set of instructions from a recipe book. Now let's go for the dialogue. We have already read some lessons from our EFT book. Now this is the time while we will get to know about a new topic. That is what we know, that we all people talk with each other and sometimes we see that one is speaking, another one is listening. Okay, whenever there is a conversation, we can see that not all together both of them talk. One will listen, one will hear, but there will be two speakers, and while both of them will talk together and they will share their uh, views, that time it will be called a dialogue. So what it is, dialogue is a conversation between two or more characters. Dialogue is when a character speaks to another character. So dialogue is what? Dialogue is a conversation. Like see here, speaker 1, hi Mr. and Mrs. whatever the name is. Speaker 2, hi Mr. and that is a greeting, the way of introduction of a dialogue. That this way you will have to maintain your writing. Okay, hi Mr. and Mrs. Then good morning. Speaker 1, good morning 2, how are you? Speaker 2, I'm fine, you. So this way we see the introductory part starts. Okay, it can be the introduction of any dialogue. So you must have to follow some greetings, you must have to go through some introductory words by which you can start the introduction. Then you can go for the main topic and which things can be maintained during writing a dialogue. While you are writing a dialogue, you must have to maintain these things. Sentences will be short, clear, and very much vivid, very much clear to everyone, very much the things should be understood. Okay, the language will be easy, simple, natural, and spontaneous. That is, you will not write very much. So like if I say confusion, but if I say ambiguous, it will be difficult for everyone to understand, but it means the same. The language will be easy, then simple, natural, and spontaneous. Speakers will express their expressions sequentially, that is one by one, and logically. So there will be a order, there will be a good order to express their things. Then repetition should be avoided in writing. There should have no repetition. Same thing is told again and again. It should not be done. Punctuation marks should be used accurately. We know there are some punctuation marks which are used during writing, like comma, full stop, then semicolon, then exclamation sign. All should be. And see, dialogues should be with proper introduction and closing. Okay, so dialogue should be with what? Should be with proper whenever you are writing any dialogue, you must have to maintain the introductory part and also the closing part. Okay, so there should have a good introduction, like it will be started with some greetings, and while it will be closed, you will also have to close it saying bye or see you later or talk to you on any other day. So this way you will have to finish it. Okay, or meet you soon. This way you will have to complete the task. Now see the next part of the thing, that is your task. you must run this dialogue. Okay, so see what is here. Write a dialogue between a teacher and a student who comes late. So there is a what? There is a dialogue between a teacher and a student who comes late. A dialogue between a teacher and a student who comes late at school. So this is the title that you will have to write there as the starting. Okay, as at the beginning point. So see here, student, may I come in, sir? Teacher, yes, come in. But why are you late today? Student, sir, I was in traffic jam. Teacher, that's a common problem in this city. How do you come by? Rickshaw or car? Student, by rickshaw, sir. Teacher, you know that traffic jam is a regular problem of our city, don't you? Student, yes, sir, I know about this. Teacher, why didn't you start earlier? Student, sorry for late arrival, sir. I started earlier than other days, but rickshaw was not available. Teacher, how far do you come from? Student, about 2 kilometers. Teacher, this is not a long distance place, so you can easily reach to school on time if you start early rather than looking for rickshaw. Student, okay, sir, I will never be late again. Teacher, good. Try to keep your words and now concentrate on class. Student, sure, sir, thank you. So you can see it has been started with a good introduction with the reason, and by logics it was ordered. Okay, that we see that gradually the event are placed and the teach and both of the speakers are participating equally. They are giving their thoughts. They are telling their expression. They are expressing their expressions through their saying. Okay, so in this way, whenever you will write in a dialogue, you must have to write down all those things properly, and you must have to place the thing logically, and you will have to gradually improve the whole event. Okay, there must have a good body where you will explain the thing, and also you must have to maintain the introductory part and also the closing part. So I think you don't have any problem in this dialogue portion too.
Students, by this time you have already gone through lesson 17, lesson 18, lesson 19 and lesson 20. As we have already covered so many lessons together, so I hope this is the high time while your teacher asks you some question. Okay, so let's go for it. Okay, so the first question is here for you from the lessons that you have read from English for today. Yes, the first question is, who is Moriam? Yes, you know that Moriam is a student of class 6 of a government school in Rajshahi. Yes, so what it is, Moriam is a student of government school in Rajshahi, and she is a student of class 6. Okay, so she is in your class, she is your mate according to the class. Okay, now let's go for the next question. What does Suraya want? So first of all, you have to say that Suraya is Moriam's aunt, and Suraya wants to make one old people's home so that she can help them whenever it will be needed. Okay, so what will be the main answer? That she wants to make one, or she wants to establish one old people's home. Now let's go for the next question. Yes, tell me. Yes, tell me. Are you ready? Okay. Where are the boats and the ships are sailing? Yes. Where are the boats and the ships are sailing? Yes. The boats are sailing on the river and the ships are sailing on the sea. Okay, very good. So you know all this answer, isn't it? Now another thing, tell me, how can you write a dialogue? Yes, whenever you will write a dialogue, you must have to maintain some of the rules, like you must have to give the introductory part and the closing part. There will be greetings, there will be a description which will be logically ordered and which will be very much organized. Okay, there will be a these things will be sequentially organized, as well as what are the things that there will be a good closing part too. So, and no repetition should be there. So these way will be maintained whenever you will write a dialogue. Okay, so I hope you don't have any problem here anymore. So this is the time to take out your diary. Okay, so all of you write down today's diary. That is, you must learn all the lesson. You will read all this lesson that has been that have been discussed through this class, as well as you will write down this dialogue and learn this. Okay, so that will be your today's diary. So that's all for today. Stay well, stay safe. Bye bye everyone.